Hollywood has seen its fair share of scandalous love stories, but none quite like this. Elizabeth Taylor, already a screen legend, found herself in a torrid, passionate, and wildly controversial affair with the charismatic Richard Burton. It was love and destruction in equal measure. It all started in 1962 on the extravagant set of Cleopatra, the most expensive film ever made at the time. Elizabeth, already a married woman, was playing the Queen of Egypt, while Richard, also married, was her dashing Mark Antony. Sparks flew instantly, but this was no ordinary co-star flirtation. And then, that fateful day arrived. The script called for a passionate on-screen kiss between Cleopatra and Mark Antony. The cameras rolled and they kissed. But something was different. The kiss went on and on. The director called cut, but they didn't stop. Everyone on set knew. Hollywood's biggest scandal had just begun. News of the affair spread like wildfire. The paparazzi were relentless. Newspapers ran headlines condemning the shameful love affair. Even the Vatican publicly denounced Elizabeth Taylor, calling her a woman of loose morals. But despite the backlash, the lovers didn't back down. Their love was intense, passionate, and utterly explosive. They fought just as hard as they loved. They drank heavily, argued furiously, and then made up with even more intensity. Friends described them as unable to live with each other, but completely unable to live apart. Despite the scandal, Richard and Elizabeth continued their love affair in secret. Well, as secret as two of the biggest stars in the world could be. Richard showered Elizabeth with extravagant gifts, like the famous 69-carat Taylor Burton diamond, one of the world's most expensive jewels. After months of scandal, both Elizabeth and Richard divorced their respective spouses. In 1964, they tied the knot in a grand wedding that the whole world watched. But their love story was far from a fairy tale. Their love burned hot, maybe too hot. The drinking, the fights, the pressure, it all took a toll. In 1974, after a decade of passion and turmoil, they divorced. But here's the twist. They remarried just 16 months later. And yet, their second marriage lasted less than a year. Even after their second divorce, Richard and Elizabeth never truly stopped loving each other. In letters and interviews, Richard admitted he still adored her. And Elizabeth? She kept Richard's last love letter until the day she died. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton weren't just Hollywood stars. They were a love story, beautiful, tragic, and unforgettable. Their affair shook Hollywood, but their passion made history. And maybe, just maybe, true love never really fades. What do you think? Was Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's love story the greatest Hollywood romance ever? Or just the most scandalous? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more juicy stories from Hollywood's golden age.